So this person's been dead for longer than 10 days, yeah? This person's been dead longer than 10 days, yeah? Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. Because people's lifespans can be weird at sometimes. Oh, fuck, that's a deer on Warwick. Oh, shit. That terrified me. There was deer in the middle of the city. They were just chilling out on the side of the road, thankfully. Oh. But, so we're at their encampment now. They're asking us to help them with this ancient ritual. Has the, corruption meter gone off yet? Like, do we have any suspicions of them? Like, why we wouldn't help them? Like, anything to indicate that? Alrighty. Other than that, I do have a few questions. Now that I'm caught up on that sense, I need to catch up with you guys on a personal level. How have you guys been? That's good to hear. That's the good news I wanted to hear. Make sure your legs not been killing you. All right, understandable. And what about you, Tristan? Alrighty. Just wanted to catch up a little bit since while I'm driving and I'm damn near already almost home. I'm just gonna be getting food first. But yeah, it's I'm glad to hear things are getting better for you guys. And yeah, things are going well. The one thing that gets me, and I'm kind of surprised I'm doing this myself, but my manager, the one who hired me and led the team for when I was here at my job, he put in his resignation, so he's going to be gone at the end of the month. But the part that got me is in our team meeting yesterday when we were all in the office. We literally just discussed things, had a normal work day, and then at the end of the work day, because obviously two of the four teams have to be there for the evening shift for that till that 8 p.m. We ended up. He came back after like towards the end of the shift. He's like, "Who wants to do shots?" And it was, yeah. You know what he got? He got Sensoro. He didn't get the cheap Sensoro. He got the expensive Sensoro. So with 3 hours left of my work shift, we literally did all of us with two bottles of $115 minimum price tequila did double shots. Like, because he said shots, so like just a single shot. Well, anyone could do a single shot. No, what do a shot is a double shot. So we all did a double shot because he's retired. He's going off to go work somewhere else, and it was just celebrating the fact that he was there. He did a lot of the work to make the team be better than it was when he was there as an engineer. So it was just crazy because HR generally doesn't like that. But HR doesn't give a shit because they literally walked in on us doing it. They're like, cool, and walked out. But other than that, they opened the door, they talked for a bit, and then they turned around. But yeah, it was just crazy because we literally had a new guy come in on his first day. Looked like a deer in the headlights. When he saw all of us talking about stuff, it was just crazy. But I can't believe I agreed to on Friday to go to a bar with all of my colleagues just to go hang out with them, and it's a nice, expensive bar too. And the first two rounds are for free. Yeah, I'm actually socializing. It's weird, guys. Other than that, because our HR is trying to push for team building exercises, me and my colleagues on my team decided that we wanted to go to the Tidewater Comic Con that's this weekend. Lo and behold, we was like, hold up, tickets are $30 each person. And then there's gas and food. It's technically team building because it's literally our team just wanting to hang out and go here. Let's ask our boss. And they agreed to pay for everything. So we get to expense us going to a comic book convention. We're not going to make them pay for our food, but just the fact that we can get them to pay for the tickets. Well, they were trying to get us to do things like bowling, so it's basically cost the same. I still can't believe I'm being social. Bro, I'm going to be stuck at this Wendy's for a while. Because I didn't realize that the line went all the way around the building, and this guy's literally sitting in the middle of the fucking lane. So I can't get around him to get out of the freaking parking lot. God damn it. I made a poor choice. I'll be stuck here for a while. But yeah, that is. So it's going to be weird. I'm not going to go drinking, even though I could, just from the fact that I'm not going to pay an Uber to take me there. It's just going to be expensive. So yeah, I just figured I'd go. It'd be a social wallflower. I'll be talking. It's just normally you guys know how I am. I'm basically a freaking hermit. Yeah, it's the Park Lane Tavern that we're going to on Friday. Man, I can't even believe I agreed to go to the comic book convention with people. I like to actually carpool it as well. Uh, yeah, it's honestly the work environment's great. You're gonna get. I get paid a decent. I get paid as much to do less as I did. I get paid more, the same amount that I got as an administrator at Ferguson, but to have less responsibility. And everyone's cool. Like everyone has their own thing that they're interested in, but everyone in general is some level of nerd, be it Marvel and everything and whatnot. Well, it was our boss. We were told to do team building stuff, and we because we're trying to keep team cohesion and things like that. Because right now, and I'll just put it bluntly, there's a lot of movement in the company. It's not like people are quitting because the company's bad. There are some bad things, but it's because there's just a lot of movement. We're technically short 7 people, 6 people now. Actually, we got someone finally. Bro, I finally managed to get out of the parking lot, but now Mass finally gave up on staying in the line and blocking the entire fucking road. Now I gotta go find somewhere else to get food. But yeah, Tristan, I work 10 to 8 for 2 weeks, and then the other 2 weeks I work day to hours or I work the weekend shift. So yeah, no, that was 2 weeks ago. The the easiest way to think about it is the end of my 2 week. The after my weekend shift, I have the 2 weeks of 10 to 8. So if it hasn't been more than 2 weeks since my weekend shift, then that time frame is when I have it, at least for now. It's just a standard plus free shield. It's just a shield of a plus free bonus. So that's why I have a 17 as my plus for AC. Well, I can already reduce the damage by half, and I believe the Genji armor already does that to an extent. That would be cool, but my AC. I mean, in the sense of it being like a plus 2 or a plus 3. I think I might have a +2 and not a +3. I don't think you gave us a +3 shield and cardinal. At least I don't think you did. You did. I did not want to get McDonald's, but it's a more convenient option to get. And they probably still have a long ass fucking line. But it's better than the literal nothing that's in my apartment right now. True, because everything should be there. Oh wait, the sword actually isn't in the character sheet, but I know what it does, so I can tell you what it does. It's a huge great sword of flaming. 2d12 plus 2d6 fire. True. I hope that doesn't happen. And that's a long ass line. I'm half tempted just to pay the delivery fee and go pull it. And instead of just waiting. Yeah, I'm really contemplating that right about now. I don't know, to be honest. They literally are blocking the fucking entrance with a line, yeah. Let's see if the subway is not busy. I'll have to walk in the subway, though. Well, it just means I can't. That's not the problem for me. The problem is the fact that then it'll just be awkward trying to talk to you guys while also being in the store or the restaurant. You know what? I'm just gonna give up and say fuck it and order food and have it delivered. I'll pay the delivery fee. I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. I will pay the convenience of you bastards will go bring it to me. But speaking of that, since I'm waiting at the light, I will actually pull up DoorDash and already put in the order. Then I don't have to wait. Oh, they'd be fancy ones. If this doesn't turn, oh, it does turn. Damn it. Very fancy. Hmm. I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I understand because we're embers, they want us to help them, but I I'm so caught up on the fact that they were trying to do it in the middle of a corrupted area. So we're not actually in the corrupted area; we're just in the storm area. And this would be something I should know because I'm from this school. So I shouldn't be as a player. I keep thinking this, but as a character, I shouldn't be. Yeah, I never dropped out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go here for a bit. They trust me enough to be on my own, and well, I can afford to get pay for the travel, so screw it. We just established that I was about to become an ember, and I was going for that school, and I decided to take a break and be here for something, and then well, plot happened. Yeah, we never actually determined a proper date or time for things. We just said I was a student and I was taking a break. And man,
Can you guys still hear me?
you'll probably lose me for a moment as I get closer to my apartment. Just to give you a heads up.
That's cool. Can I have proficiency in history? So I think I have like a plus 10 or a plus 11, something like that. If you want to roll it, I'm still waiting on my computer to turn on. Oh wait, that's right. We're trying to do the whole 3d6 thing here, aren't we? That's Saturday. Okay. Well, if y'all want to roll it, go right ahead. PC's still turning on, and I need to slowly unwind myself from the current state I'm in. Because business casuals get uncomfortable after a while. Just saying. Are you saying that you rolled in a roll 20 and it gave me the best roll ever? But it's still better than what he normally gets as a GM. So we're gonna need to drop the call for a moment as I call you from the computer. Just to let you know. So I will call you right back. There we go. They know the school is nearby, but they don't know exactly.
Yep. Mm. Okay. And there happened to be at least a +2 Spellbreaker shield, is that right? So you need are like a +2 or +3? I'm talking about the enchantment. Like, is it a +2 spell guard? Is it a +3? Oh. That's a hard choice then. Mm. Mm. Is it worth buying one and then paying for the enchantment? That's the real question. I just get token settings. There goes. And that's what I did the first time, but this time it worked. The second attempt. Oh. Oh. You're breaking my heart, Smalls. I will take my. I'll just stick with what I have currently. It is actually a +3. It's a +3 shield, not a +2. So I'm going to be hard pressed to do it to get rid of it anytime soon. I have like next to no augment gems too. I only have a single one for Keegan, and that's just to make his armor invisible because, well, he's a dragon. He doesn't. Yes, he should be regal and not have to wear armor. Mm. But there's plenty of paladin related stuff. It makes me sad. And sorcerer stuff. Oh. Mm. I just thought it gives you this if you don't have it if you're a sorcerer. Like it just gives you these things on top of being a sorcerer kind of situation. The issue is that if I recall you, that means you can only literally use it once. Quicken is two. Mm. That's a good point. Also, I realized that technically, when now that I'm rereading my Genji armor, I actually have a single augment gem, and it is to give me resistance to lightning. uh, yep, elemental shield lightning, which I can't. I just remember it says you get resistance to lightning damage. That's what I remember it as. So yes, I do have a single augment gem. Yeah, I know. I just haven't used them because there's not been one that I've been particularly interested in. I'm really contemplating it, but that's still like a minimum of what is that? 54,000 gold. I don't have that much. At least I don't. I don't remember what our most recent sell has been, but I'm currently sitting on 5,700 platinum. Remember when I got the stupidly expensive sheath that allows me to hold all my stuff in it? That. Because then I don't have to lug around a huge sword. I just have what looks like a normal sword scabbard, and then I pull out a big motherfucking sword. Very useful. Which also breaks their ability to do anything if they move at their full range because you're no longer within their attack range. Mm. When he reaches your HP, take that'd be hilarious, but almost no one ever goes down, and I make sure of that. Really, I don't recall Zasha going down very often. I thought it was Nikos that went down the most actually during the boss fight. Yeah, I was busy trying to keep push up daisies. Uh, but we can continue with the actual RP side of things. I just want to now that I can actually see it, I'll just let you know if I decide. Just assume that we had enough time to at least buy something. It's like, huh, you don't see them around very often. What did they run into us for this time? What's the story? I know they're not supposed to be evil. I know they're not supposed to be evil, but they look evil. I haven't. Oh, there it goes. Oh, look, an elf. Oh, those are horns. Okay. It looks like an elf, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, by the way, just because it's kind of important and it's kind of my shtick to do this, were there any dead Goliaths? Where since we pushed through everything and dealt with everything over there? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could, I would totally res them if someone would be willing to compensate me for the materials. Actually, I would still do it anyways. I still have enough materials for it. No, I'm just saying I would totally do that on our way out kind of situation. Oh, we ran away. Okay, okay. I thought we actually just cleared everything out. We were fine. No, no, that's fair. Like I said, I thought we won, and then we just ran into some survivors. Mm. I would have not been against fighting it, but I would have done it to save people. Because, I'm that kind of hero. I'll do it to save people. I don't want to fight, but if I have to, I will. Yeah. But Keegan has to be on the route because he's a medium-sized creature. You can't just not get away with not with Keegan. I don't know how you won't notice a 20-foot long dragon. I still can't believe that's a medium size, but it is. Oh, I forgot that's a thing. This person must be a very powerful cleric to be able to do things like resurrection in the middle of a bane storm. I don't.
Seems that with them and the power of and the residual power in the Keb chasm that we would be able to bring Goron back. The issue is finding the chasm. Given
Keep going.
Given what oh, yeah, this person. Second. Okay. Given what our leader Azukel has been finding out, I personally suspect that the Scourge has what we need, but I'm not the one to make the decisions on who we fight.
Scourge?
Yes.
Is that named like a setting specific thing that's not like a regional dialect thing?
I would say either history or nature.
Well, I'm going to put it under history because, one, I'm good at that. And two, I just made a history check to find out who the fuck Goron was. So...
whom are you studying at the moment?
The profiler role was for the Aura, since, keeping an eye on them, trying to get, idea, like, okay, this is who they're saying they are. But we saw the ritual site and thought that was a little weird, so...
Okay, I can make a wisdom insight check.
It's the last paragraph there.
Just against, like, a random DC?
It doesn't seem to have listed DC, it's just something you can do.
Okay, Because it has a roll there, let me... It'd probably be best I can probably compare against their insight.
I'd say it just seems to be something the feat lets you do, is you just look at them and know.
Okay, investigation scan 25. Okay, even giving that as a base DC based off of the person's own ability. Okay. Class and approximate levels. Okay. Let's see. What you and this is pure skill. It's not magically based.
This is pure skill. This is based on my intuitive, deductive powers of observation and body reading and
Okay.
empathy and bullshit. The power of Moogles and anime on my side.
Okay.
It's like Rose, like, we saw some weird dark ritual shit out there. This person does not seem to belong in this camp. I bet they're affiliated with weird dark ritual shit. Why don't we use my ability to look at somebody to decide whether they're...
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, hold up. This doesn't make sense.
Okay.
There's ulterior motives going on.
So it says approximate level, so I don't have to give you exact numbers.
No,
I can give you ranges.
you can give me a window, yeah.
Okay.
It's more useful than Battle Master, where it's like higher, lower, or equal, but less useful than actual IDing.
They're an NPC, so I'm going to phrase it as in part. So when I say these class names, don't necessarily start to have everything that their class levels would.
Yeah, it's like they are in
Yeah.
part means they are multi-classed and may or may not have kept all the abilities.
Yeah.
Because sometimes NPCs when they take classes don't get the entire class.
In part, level 15 to 20 Arcane Blade.
Okay.
Excuse me. In part, considering that, 10 levels of that's the term I'm looking for. I know I was misremembering it. Fighter Battle Master. And given, well, that's not really that's in part 16 levels of I actually have to tell you the class, don't I? Okay.
Yeah, they determine the class and approximate levels. I suppose you could make an argument for not telling me subclass, but
Yeah. Well, it's like, I'm wondering if you can determine like certain inherent things.
again, I imagine it's a combination of like how they carry themselves, trinkets hanging on their outfit, paraphernalia. Because again, it's the Holmesian. I look at you,
Yeah.
I look at your shoes and know you work in a mine.
I'll phrase it as some level of inherent magical power that would grant access to levels 6 to 8 spells.
Because if I knew what class it was, it would give away the entire game.
No, it's innate spellcasting.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm trying to find a way to translate that.
Okay, so if it's innate spellcasting, it's like you can tell they can cast spells, which I already knew from the Arcane Blade, and these spells do not seem to be affiliated with the Arcane Blade based on the paraphernalia I'm seeing on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't make it. They're not clearly a cleric.
So 10
but
levels
they
Battle
cast
Master,
plague spells.
15, approximate 15 levels of Arcane Blade, you said?
Like 15 to 20.
Okay.
10 levels of Battle Master, and again, some levels of inherent magical ability, also based on what you're seeing with them. What else can I give you? you are seeing amongst the tucked into various areas of the of their outfit, and you can more see this like as they move. Things like charms, what are likely a number of augment gems.
Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The name Arcane Blade tells me that it's some kind of, Gish, melee, augmenty, spellcasty class, kind of like an Eldritch Knight or a Hexblade type thing. The idea is like I use a spellcast, or even my Red Mages, I use spellcasting to augment my melee combat stuff. Because I remember seeing it in the crate, but I don't remember specifically what it did.
It's you use elemental magics to infuse yourself and your weapon with various abilities.
Okay, so it's kind of like what Kalina does. Okay.
Yeah.
Which basically confirms this person...
There's also some spellcasting with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By default, that makes sense. But that basically confirms this person should not be able to do what these people are claiming they do based on the training they have had. Which means it's either coming, if they are legit, it is coming from that, however that, natural spellcasting is working. Or they're just pulling scrolls out of their ass or something, or they're full of shit.
Now, I do want to correct for the time. It is theoretically possible that they may know of rituals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not discrediting their knowledge. I'm just, based on what Ro is observing, and from what you're telling me, what they are claiming this person is capable of doing does not necessarily line up with what is being presented, via his deductive powers.
Yeah, because you're detecting much more arcane, like martial arcane-like ability.
Which indicates again that there is something more going on with this person than.
Yeah, an arcane person shouldn't be casting resurrection spells.
Well, shouldn't be casting resurrection spells of the type they're looking for, because a lot of the necromancer shit is arcane.
Really?
Yeah, wizard, necromancer.
I thought it's still basically called.
Necromancer is a subtype of wizard.
Really? I thought it was still cleric.
Mm-mm. You have the Death Domain cleric or the necromancer wizard.
Okay.
They both can. Both can dabble in necromancy. It's just a matter of how did you get there.
Okay.
But generally, as far as how the monster manual and stuff build things, the guy who's reviving the skeleton armies is the wizard, not the cleric. I think that's more of a stereotype thing, though, because you don't see many, in fiction, you don't see many. I am the cleric and I brought this army. But yeah, they in theory both can do it, but she doesn't line up with either one here.
Yeah, not from what you're able to observe.
Now, based on those history rolls, Goron and Scourge?
Okay, Goron. And this may sound familiar based on what I said earlier. This particular ancient leader was an harsh but fair type.
Okay.
Meaning that there is some infamy associated with Goron. I'm having to stop myself from saying Galron. It's so close. For instance, if the tribe needed something and negotiation failed, they would resort to ransacking to get something that they would need.
Which is not exactly surprising for a Goliath tribe.
Yeah.
True. They are Goliaths.
Yeah. Shimmy. You are unaware of any reputation for murdering women and children, unless they if they actually fought, then they're fair game.
Yeah.
He was also known for like raiding for supplies when supplies were like low. Like if the area had been basically either hunted out or corrupted to the point where there was no game, he would go and raid nearby caravans, no matter who they were a part of. On the less infamous side, Goron was also known for picking up strong stragglers and inducting them into the Shotar tribe. Not many of the leaders after that really did such a thing. But things like if there were like abandoned kids or bandits that fought them that particularly fought well, they were given the option.
So you're trying to strengthen the tribe and not be a dick about it.
Yeah.
It sounds like they walk the fine line between being a bandit/marauder, but they would not resort to that as the first option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he also has had the reputation for history phrases it as instigating conflict in meetings with people. What it very likely is, given the fact that he's a Goliath, is he's being rude and very blunt.
I say he's being a Goliath, yeah.
Which is generally not interpreted very well by most other people, like city mayors, village chiefs,
people that aren't Goliaths.
Yeah. So, like, historically speaking, the guy has fought a lot with people who didn't need to be fought with, but that's largely, again, due to the fact that it's like, no, we need this. No, we can't give whatever up, or we can't go over here.
Not gonna give it up. Not to anybody.
Never gonna give it up.
Now, going back to the more infamous side, he would condone attacks against anyone who brought up arms against them, no matter who or what you were. Meaning that if you were 12 and tried to stab one of them, well, now you're a combatant.
If you raise your weapon, you are a combatant.
Yeah.
If you are...
Yeah, that's...
It's basically... It's the minimalistic battlefield honor.
Yeah, that's okay, so for a Goliath, not a bad guy. I mean, he's not a saint, but
yeah,
there are more problematic leaders they could be trying to resurrect.
Yeah, and that's their goal, to bring this guy back, because to them it is very notable individual with, for them, rather high leadership qualities. As you can tell, the group at this point, assuming this is their entire group, has been whittled down to roughly 40. And allegedly, this Ura has again a number of artifacts that can aid in bringing Goron back.
Okay, so they're relying heavily on magic items to do what they're supposed to be doing.
That's what the Goliaths believe.
Yeah, because you're just getting it from their perspective.
Yeah.
The Scourge. Let's see, you were training the Air Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm well traveled, but yeah.
Yeah.
And we've established via Eric's backstory, I have been here before.
Or at least we ran into each other somewhere before.
Because I helped with a fall his school was involved in.
Okay.
Yep.
I am also proficient in history, which implies a certain degree of study.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask if the 27 in history for the village would give me anything, since I'm also proficient.
Well, if you want to seriously recall things about the Scourge, you'd have to, you know, roll again, because the previous roll was, I believe, about the
Yeah, it was about the village. I wasn't talking about, like, Fort Goron, for instance.
Oh, for Goron? Goron is again not a part of their recent history. So you'd have to make a roll specifically for Goron if you wanted to dredge up like that specific history.
I would leave it to Ro, since Ro is interested in it.
Um,
I was just wondering if I did know anything.
you would be aware that he was a revered leader, an admired leader of their past.
Okay.
With that 27. See, 18, I believe 18 is just below hard.
Yeah, because they're usually done in increments of...
A 5.
Yeah, 18 is just under hard.
Okay. The Scourge are isolated to the Deathlands. You have not heard of the Scourge outside of the Deathlands. They are creatures, entities, beings that reside in the central forest area that borders bordering the storm, and I can show you more specifically on the. I need to drag you though. On the world map, and I will shift ping. Okay, you see how there's this like hilly forest area in the center. The Scourge like resides along the borders, possibly within that entire area, but more known along the borders as a hostile. Does the music not go away? It should go away. It moved away. There we go. As a hostile force. You are unaware if this if you're talking about like corrupted or
The aim of a group.
or some other group that happens to be inhabiting the more livable area of the Deathlands. Excuse me. You are aware that the Scourge generally doesn't go into the Banestorm area very far. Like the Embers haven't encountered them. Mm-hmm. They've only like heard of the beings primarily through through murmurs from the Shatar. But they're very local, which is part of the reason why the 18 isn't giving you like a super much.
So something worth asking Kisa about at some point, but not. Okay. Definitely.
So Roxon will kind of look over at Ezekiel and the Ora, and then back at you. I'm sure you can talk to them if you'd like.
Not sure what I'd say, but...
Well, you're the one asking about them, so there is some curiosity there.
Well, yeah, obviously. Okay, I'm not sure what I'd say to them directly. I mean, because at the moment you have answered most of the questions I've had.
Personally, I wonder how these artifacts are going to aid us in bringing Goron back, but I don't claim to understand the control of the mist, especially in the area of the Deathlands. I just make sure corrupted are dead.
As it should be.
That is understandable.
Well, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to take a moment to talk with your caravan people about restocking our supplies a little bit.
Don't be afraid to use actual coin. We do occasionally get near enough to the Ember's territory to trade with them.
Good to know. Break off, and as he's making his way over to the shops, lean over to Amros and say, just in case you hadn't figured it out yet, we probably ought to keep an eye on the Aura. Her apparent skill set does not necessarily match up with what she's claiming to be doing.
Well, that's news to me, but they don't look like a cleric. To my knowledge, only clerics can resurrect. There's necromancers, of course, but they don't really make you alive again. They just use your corpse.
Now, she seems to be some kind of arcane swordswoman, from what I can tell, so definitely doesn't line up with her apparent skill set. They did mention artifacts, though, which could be some kind of old world thing. Of course, we wouldn't be able to figure that out without getting a look at the artifacts in question.
Can I make a religion check to see if I know anything regarding that aspect?
I mean, the idea of using artifacts as a part of resurrection.
Artifacts that allow resurrection.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to make a religion roll.
Because we encountered some weird ritual stuff out there, but that doesn't.
Like it's technically a ritual.
I'd say it was a legitimate ritual stuff. So.
But yeah, like they're like resurrection can. Let's see. Let me actually pull it up. Resurrection is not a ritual spell. It just takes a long time to cast.
Well, I mean, there's in theory a ritual component, but yeah, it's not a ritual spell. Because if you actually read the description, they talk about having to set stuff up. That's why it takes an hour.
True. Religion. Let's be thy roll. Why can't it just be doctor stuff? I can go be a doctor. They said. No.
Because you took the cleric class instead of the doctor class. That's why.
But I'm a doctor, damn it.
That's it, because we actually have a few different, doctor types in there now.
Oh, I know. I have a plus 17 in medicine, and I have medic. I'm actually a very good doctor. It's just like, come on, man. I can't be doctor stuff instead of religion. But,
well, I mean, it could be Arcana.
Please.
Given the very specific question he's asking.
Well, I mean, in terms of what he's asking, yeah. I'm just saying, this could fall under Arcana. We don't know.
28. Okay. There are certain powerful magicite artifacts that have been known to resonate through the mist, able to pull a a soul back into existence. These are exceedingly rare, however. Mechanically, what I'm referring to is things like staves of true resurrection, and things like that. They are exceedingly rare. Not in some cases, it's not. In some cases, it's not entirely certain how it can they can accomplish such tasks. It's generally chalked up to the idea of, divine creation or divinely bestowed knowledge to some past individual, as things like in Saves the True Resurrection and stuff like that are generally found and not made. I say generally because there are people in the Holy Republic of Umbra that have made attempts to recreate such things, and while one or two have the methods of interacting with the mist does not match the same kind of resonance that the found artifacts can do, but they do accomplish similar things. As for there's also general things like I'm trying to figure out how to explain this one in the universe. Amulets of holy power. That can strengthen general regenerative magics. Mechanically, I'm referring to things like the +2 to cleric spell DCs and stuff. Excuse me. As for individual artifacts that can help, like, bring individuals back, you rolled really high. You rolled really high. Okay, I have to give this one to you. You, with your incredible education in all
things religion,
in the divine arts, are aware that there are some beings that cannot be returned very easily, if at all, even with the power of the ancient resuscitative artifacts, and this is because sometimes. Now, this generally, as far as your religious bent is concerned. This is generally what I'm about to say is generally because there is like a fall happening and things that disrupt the mist. Though, again, just you were really high. There has been word that if you are impure enough, that this can also happen. That the soul gets fragmented in the mist.
So the soul gets destroyed effectively.
Or at least damaged enough it can't be brought back.
So, besides the concept of true resurrection only works if you've been dead for less than 200 years, didn't die of old age, you're willing, you also cannot be in an area that had a fall happening.
yeah, it can be difficult to bring a soul back in such cases. Basically, I would be using the resurrection optional rules at that point.
Yeah, the Matt Mercer rules.
The Matt Mercer rules for that. Though in the case of a fragmented soul, it is said that if you bring enough of the individuals past life together in conjunction with a suitably powerful resurrection ritual, you might be able to force is the wrong word to use, attract the fragments from the for lack of a better term, corners of the mist for which it was scattered, and reconstitute the soul. This, however, has not been successfully performed before. Usually because there's so much destruction in the case of falls and stuff like that, that it's just been presumed, oh, it failed because we didn't have enough stuff that was touched by the person's soul. Like in the case of like a swordsmith, like not enough of their works of art survived or their personal effects. That's the presumption.
Okay. So this person, based on what I was told by Ro, and what I understand of resurrection, is basically talking out their ass, or they have something that the church would be very interested in. And I currently hear basically a parody of "There be oil in these lanes."
That's certainly an interpretation.
I will keep that mostly to myself because I do not feel like trying to break a poor Goliath's heart, because usually if you try to do that and you give bad news to Goliath, they tend to punch you.
I say, wait till we know more.
Exactly.
Freaking 28. This, some of this information may be reiterated later, because I didn't expect you to roll that high.
Hey now, I can't help it. I have three things I'm good at: being a doctor, being a historian, and being a cleric.
Hello, I'm a cleric.
If it's one of those three categories, I got you.
You're sure you're a holy person? Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, and I'm not horrible at persuasion. I have a plus 11.
So good.
I can persuade people.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like, from what you guys have discovered, assuming this person knows what you know, it's entirely possible they could be stringing this group along.
Yeah. So I got a level of exhaustion I gotta get rid of, so long rest would not be unwelcome here, and it would give us time to observe this person.
True. And I'll at least, because I'm a cleric and I am good-natured, we'll say if we can somehow recover the bodies of your comrades, I can bring them back as long as they're we get them within 10 days. And if I recall correctly, Raised Dead only requires a part of their body.
No, Raised Dead requires the whole body.
Oh, is it the whole body? I'm just double checking. The creature still has to be willing and at liberty to rejoin the body. It's just a dead creature I touched. Can't return undead back to life. It does not remove any diseases, curses, or similar effects. Spell closes all mortal wounds, but it does not restore missing body parts. If it is missing parts that are integral for its survival, the spell automatically fails. And if they come back from the dead, it's an ordeal. They take a -4 penalty to everything until they finish a long rest.
So yeah.
Oh wait, hold up. It's every time they take a long rest, it gets reduced by 1.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's how exhaustion works. You have to take 1 long rest per level of exhaustion.
Yep.
It's not even exhaustion though. It's just like, here, take a -4 to everything. It doesn't even say it's exhaustion.
Well, it's equivalent to exhaustion.
True, but it will kill you.
Yeah.
Like exhaustion. So there's a chance.
If you're just talking to General Goliaths,
I'll be talking to the person who guided us in here.
Specifically,
since her hunting party was the one that suffered this fate.
In which case, Roxton will state, going back to such a dangerous site would be the decision of Azukel. Considering our current numbers, we've unfortunately had to be a bit more defensive than most of us would like. I personally, though, would agree with you, and she'll be gripping the handle of her large slab of metal that is approximate to a great sword. I'd agree with you that going back and making the attempt, even if it were to fail, would be worth it. You don't die normal in the Deathlands.
I'll just look at Rose, see if he wants to.
I mean, we can go back, yeah.
If I remember correctly, it is 5 hours by foot.
Yeah, so yeah,
I know we're a distance away, but I'm just saying we could try to do that because, you know, we are the heroes.
I said, I'm not opposed, and I know we can do it in less time than that.
Yeah, that was assuming, like, normal pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their current leader, Azukel, is the only one that can make that call, because that's risking the tribe to do that. At least under normal circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that we decide not to go do it ourselves.
Well, I mean, we'd have to have at least one of them come with us, because we don't know where all their people fell.
True. We just know that some of them were dead in the area we were. There could be others. Like I said, I just wanted to make it known that if it is something that might be considered as an attempt, because I don't know, I don't know the exact culture of your tribe, at the least of recovering their bodies, I can only say that if their bodies would be mostly intact, I'd have a good chance at resurrecting them, if I have enough materials to do it.
Oh, well, if that is indeed within your power, then I would back you. But again, it's not my call, and I don't feel like challenging for leadership at the moment.
It is indeed within my power to be able to do that, as long as they haven't been dead for longer than 10 days. I am a cleric of Bahamut, so I am able to grant mercy at least to their souls. But I'm just not as powerful as some individuals within the organization that I'm a part of. I decided to take a little bit more of the take an opportunity to learn how to be effective in combat instead of scholarly.
She'll smile. We here of the Shotal generally follow in the footsteps of Halal, which well, I understand that Bahamut and Halal must have had an interesting relationship.
I don't remember that guy, to be honest. I'm saying that as a player.
Considering you're proficient in religion and where you came from, I'll just give this one to you. Halal is the draconic goddess of humor, inventiveness, and pleasure. Generally of all the draconic gods, Halal was the most friendly to non-draconic beings.
Okay.
If this group has followed Halal for a while, that could also explain Goron's kind of tendencies to be more balanced between, rampaging and not.
Well, that would make sense, because if I recall correctly, Goliaths are defaulted to neutral evil.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're more chaotic neutral, then...
Yeah. Halal specifically is chaotic good.
All right. Well, if we want to make them that offer, you can go talk to their leader now, and while you're doing that, I can be configuring Rosara into something faster, so we don't have to hike 5 hours back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I think we should at least rest. I don't like the chances that would incur.
Well, the problem is, the longer we leave them out there, the more likely something's going to gnaw on them and run off with the corpse.
You're not wrong. That's why it's a conflicting side of interest.
I'm slightly exhausted from the terrain, but I'm still functional enough to do a rescue mission like that.
Oh, you're only slightly exhausted?
Out of character, I have 1 level of exhaustion that I took from weather.
Wouldn't that just be lesser restoration?
More
greater.
Or would that be greater?
More specifically, from what I recall, I kind of montage a number of combats on the way here, and the exhaustion was essentially from
that, yeah.
from waves.
Yeah. But yeah, greater restoration cures exhaustion. Which was that requires expending valuable resources that you may need. So, like I said, I can make do with where I am at now, especially if I'm using a car.
Yeah, that's fine. It's literally just 100 gold worth of diamond dice. I have 5,000 platinum. Like, come on.
Like I said, up to you. It's your resources. I'm just saying, I can make do.
I'll do 2 things. Since you are injured, I will make a medicine check to allow you to spend your hit dice and get maximum for your hit dice.
Oh, I'm already at maximum. Oh no, I am slightly down.
Yeah, you're slightly down. That's why I was saying you can do that, so you can just get max for your hit dice. And I will also just hand wave a greater restoration. Let's go, and we can go fight. So let me make the medicine check. If I recall correctly, medic is
intelligence, I think.
I'm just checking what the difficulty is.
I want to say it's a 15.
Yeah, it's a 15. So look, I automatically pass because I have a plus 17.
And you can't crit fail skill rolls, so yep.
I am a trained doctor, guys, in a world of magic.
Hey, they exist. Not every healer is a wizard.
You just don't see every wizard being a trained doctor.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to go make that offer to the leadership, I'll start reconfiguring Rosara into her transport form.
Yeah, I would rather. Even if we can't resurrect them on the spot, if we can at least
bring them, make sure they come home.
Yeah. So to be fair, I don't think we can make Frazara be configurable to carry an entire group of people.
I can configure her into any land-based vehicle. If we're just bringing back bodies, I don't need her to be that big. If we're bringing a whole group of people with the bodies, then I'm going to need something bigger.
Oh man, you just made me think of something, and I have to show. Let me find the picture. I gotta find it now.
My impression was it would be you, me, Kami for ranger stuff, and then one of the Goliaths to give us directions.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And then just everybody else goes in the trunk.
And then we can just resurrect him here.
Yeah, in which case all I need is to conjure the stat block for a scavenger vehicle. Because my cars use the descent into Everness stats.
Hold up. I have it. I'm copying the image. I'm going to put it in Skype for you. Can you make this?
I could. That'd be the next size up vehicle, though.
Hey man, Mad Max.
Yep.
Okay, so what kind of thing you said he's using Everness stuff?
I'm using intending to use the scavenger stat block, which is the small. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the bus. So you don't need the bus.
Transporting troops.
I'm sorry, I am using the tormentor stat block, which is the equivalent to a dune buggy.
Completely.
Page 219.
Like I said, I just saw.
If you're in descent,
Because
we're
in.
I don't think you have descent Avernus, do you?
Yeah, no, I was just looking. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
I think it's page 219 of the actual PDF.
But yeah, he said turn her into vehicles, and we're in the Deathlands. Like, come on. Straight up Mad Max.
As it moves, it has a speed of 100, so it moves roughly 3 times as fast as normal. So,
it's 5 hours on foot, which is only like 18 miles an hour.
Well, according to the GM screen, you travel 4 miles an hour if you're hauling ass.
4 miles an hour. Oh, even better.
Avernus. Normal pace is 3 miles an hour.
Okay, I'm not seeing it pop up on the drive.
It's not in the G drive now.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have that from.
No.
You shall have it.
That's it. Give me a second, and I can send it to you. Assuming I can send it while having it open.
You should be able to.
Normally, I would agree with you, but I've seen some weird stuff where Skype, goes, "Nope, sorry, I can't, do that because some Windows file is in use."
That's true.
Okay, so to confirm, you guys aren't taking your long rest.
We are not taking the long rest yet.
Okay.
I'm hand waving away his exhaustion with 7 points of mana, and I did medic so that he can spend the appropriate amount of hit dice to make his health be full.
Yeah, and then he's going to go talk to leadership to make his offer while I do the 10-minute ritual to summon a car.
So you're going to be talking to the leadership then, in which case you're going to be talking to Azukel, which is this evil-looking individual over here.
So, like I said, I would just say that on a cleric of Bahamut, I came with. I'm just going to say it because I'm bad with names. This person. And we understand that she was a hunting party, and well, most of that hunting party is currently dead out in the Deathlands. And as a cleric of Bahamut, even though my powers are not that great, I at least have the ability to bring back people who have not had their corpses desecrated and have not been dead for more than 10 days.
Devil's Ride.
No, we're using the Tormentor. Devil's Ride's the motorcycle.
Okay.
Which is the one I normally use, but we're carrying multiple people, so I can't use the...
Okay.
And I say that we are going to go make the effort to at least bring their bodies back and resurrect them if we can. But to be able to resurrect them, I need to have the materials to do it. At the least, we will go make the attempt to get their bodies.
restoring one's soul in the Deadlands is exceedingly difficult. While I do not wish to cast doubt on the power of Bahamut, are you sure that your connection to Bahamut or the Mists is strong enough to accomplish what you claim in an area such as this?
I'm just going to look at Keegan. I'm going to look at Ro off in the distance. And I'm just going to say, I just had to deal with a world-ending event over that way in it was Sildas, isn't it?
No, Sildas is my key.
That's my key.
Cardinal.
Cardinal. And I was literally in the process of resurrecting people while we were fighting. Over and over. I think I could be fine resurrecting a few people. I think it'll be a walk in the park compared to having to resurrect people while in the middle of combat.
I think you overestimate yourself now that you're in the Deadlands.
I'm from... It is Mundus on this island, yeah?
Yeah, Mundus is where we were heading, which is on this island.
Yeah.
I'm literally from Mundus. I'm used to the pain store. I might have gone on a sabbatical, but I'm from Mundus.
He'll cross fold his arms over his chest. So you'll hear this crinkling of like metal and leather. Can you prove your divine power to me?
Sure, I could do that, but how would you want me to do that? Like I said, I'm not able to go resurrecting ancient people. That's what can't do that. Sorry, I'm not that powerful.
Divine power comes in many forms beyond healing.
He wants you to use. It sounds like he just wants you to use a cleric spell.
I just up the way. I don't remember what I have currently prepared, but I'm pretty sure I have like some 5th level. Besides Greater Restoration.
I'll make this easier on you. Try to sear me with the most power that you can muster.
Flame strike. Oh God!
Oh man. You want me to target you with my most powerful spell. As you know, I have to have my spells prepared, so let me think for a moment. Let me think of what I have currently prepared. This is me literally delaying as a player.
I was like, hang on, what did I bring today?
Because like I said, I was on the computer when you were asking. I don't know all the spells I have prepared. I just know I generally have a mix of combat and support.
Oh shit! No wonder this guy's the leader. I'm just looking over his abilities. He has a sheet.
I imagine he had a sheet.
I'm just looking over his abilities. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, she mentioned, not wanting to challenge him. Would she be able to win? It'd be edged in his favor, but not impossible.
So just because it's funny, and I can do it actually. You were joking while saying Flame Strike? I'm totally doing Flame Strikes. I have it prepared. I'll just take a spot just outside the camp and Flame Strike it. Where no one is, obviously.
Well, he did say test it on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was like... he did say that. Oh, if I recall, it's a 10-foot area. I'll just ask everyone to get 20 feet away from him.
You guys can move like over here on like the more of the outskirt kind of area.
You want me to target you?
Man. Roxanne's gonna observe this. The Aura is gonna be leaning against this wagon over here, and there are other Goliaths who want to see this.
I'm really sad because I just realized all of my highest level spells I have prepared outside of Holy Weapon are literally like healing, give you a buff, or they're just a save. They're deck saves, so. Oh, Don's a Constitution actually. I'm wanting to not kill him. But the issue is, oh man, I even have the item that makes it a 7th level spell. Oh.
Well, I mean, worst case, you kill him, you revivify him, and then you have proven your power.
I still feel bad about it.
And you've also proven it to his entire village.
Cool, I will do Flame Strike.
And you can always roll shit on the damage.
True.
Is Flame Strike the one where you have multiple squares?
I think that's Firestorm.
Vertical of divine fire roars down from the heavens.
Okay, it's just a pillar.
Okay.
Specify. Yeah, you're right. I'm probably thinking of Firestorm, where it's like, X number of squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Firestorm. That's 7th level. I mean, I'm going to be casting at the equivalent of Firestorm.
Well, yeah, but Firestorm, you could have just layered the squares on top of each other.
Just so you know, from the way he's sounding, it sounds like he's going to judge your power. In this case, by the level of damage you output. So
he's not actually dodging.
Nope.
No. He's straight up cast your power upon me to be judged.
He is planting his feet and going, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah.
Okay, I will just grab my dice and roll it and just tell you the total. Because that's 12d6. With half of it being radiant, half of it being fire. That's gonna hurt. 6, and I'll just roll the 2 damages. And it's not Star Wars, there's no exploding dice. Kinda wish there were.
They'll some of the Goliaths off to the side will just be chanting Azukel, Azukel, Azukel.
Like Rose just doing his little shit with his book and his candles, and he just hears an explosion behind him. He's like, "The fuck!" That's how they respond to an offer of help. I don't know what they do when they don't like you.
I still can't believe he's literally just going to take it.
He's got to prove that big dick energy.
Well, it's going to be a good amount. I'm pretty sure it's not going to kill him since he has a sheet. If it does, I'll be surprised because it's literally one spell. He should be taking more damage than that. But you never know.
He was undead the entire time. He takes double damage from Radiant. He outed himself.
I do respectful damage if I'm not busy keeping the party alive.
I think clerics can do crazy damage. They're just not allowed to very often because they're busy doing other stuff.
Ah! As the flame comes out, it's like, ah!
Oh, and just because I can, because he said to judge him, I'm going to give a technically level 4. Crap, get rid of it. A level 4. Because it's level 2 by default. But why can't I find it? It's literally the Is it level 2? It's the warding thing. No, look, what Brian uses all the time. It's like the default cleric thing that you cast
Warning
in the bonus
bond?
section. No,
Sanctuary?
no, it's the his yarn ball,
Oh, spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
spiritual weapon. I don't know why that just blanked up my. I will also cast a low for spiritual weapon.
Hey.
He said, judge him.
Oh, yeah.
Judge him.
Yeah, go on. Go. See if it hits.
Well, he said he's not trying to dodge it.
No, but he has abs.
Fine. I will roll the hit. Spiritual weapon of judgment. Spiritual weapon of judging. 16
Flame
plus.
strike wasn't enough. You have to slap him with it.
That's a good point. I'm not going to slap him with a spiritual weapon as well. You're right. I'm not going to do that. Like, that already looks like it hurts. In fact, if I recall correctly, that stays there for a while. It's not concentration, but it stays there for a while.
Flame strike. Flame strike.
No. It's. Ooh. It goes away immediately. It doesn't stay.
Okay.
I just reread it.
Okay.
If I did done, then he might be having problems.
The pillar forms. There's a scream as she's enveloped by radiant flame. When the pillar dissipates, it's flame like dispersing in the air. He looks noticeably burned in areas, and his perfectly straight posture is slightly off as he has clearly knelt a little bit to like bear the intensity. Though with how effortless he moves back into his regular standing tall pose. Well, it's clear you have done a good chunk of raw divine damage to him. Azakel is clearly sturdy enough for it to not have knocked him to the ground or anything like that.
I didn't feel like doing done because then you just sit in it for a minute, and that'd just be unfair. And everything else I have prepared today is actually to keep my friends alive.
The power within you is enough that I will respect it. You may take one of us with you as a guide, and I will trust in your restorative power to bring this guide back alive. I will not waste the lives of my people to recover a few which the Deathlands may have already interfered with. But if you can do what you say, the follower of Bahamut, then you will have my gratitude, and that gratitude will be shown if the full extent of your power is proven.
I am doing this out of goodwill. I was literally only asking because I don't know what your culture is. If you just wanted to bring their bodies back to keep them from being cursed by the Deathlands, or if you would want me to actually attempt it.
If you can restore them whole, I would much prefer that over what the Deathlands does to those who attempt to mists.
Okay.
May Halal invigorate your tactics in battle.
I will nod respectively and then see if it's been long enough for a new Rizara Mark 5.
How long does it take you to do that?
It's a 10-minute ritual.
10-minute ritual.
Since I didn't see a reason to hasten it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Azukel will walk back to the central fire. As he walks, you do notice slight winces that he tries to cover up.
He didn't ask me to heal him.
Oh no, he's not leaving you for that. No, he realizes that. So some of the Goliaths around are looking at you with surprise. Others are showing subtle concerns for their leader and heading in his direction.
He wants to have hold his pride. I'm not going to prevent him from doing that.
One of them will go up to you and slap you on the back. That was some pillar. If only you could make it bigger. Then we can get a real fire going.
I will just awkwardly chuckle and just say that sadly that's not how it works.
Nah.
It cannot set anything actually on fire. Well, it can't set objects on fire. Creatures, on the other hand, that'll happen. But yeah, if I try to make a bonfire out of anything, like say an encampment of bandits, the only things that are going to be burning are going to be the people. It's uniquely weird and cool at the same time. That's just me commenting on the fact that it is very weird that we cast magic and it doesn't affect the things around us. Only affects the people.
I was really tempted to put like glass underneath where he was, but yeah. Okay, with Rosario having returned, Azukel gave you permission to choose one of his Goliaths, or rather, one here of being a guide.
I would like to go collect the chick that brought us here in the first place, and she was the one leading the hunting party, and therefore would know where her people fell, and was aware of what we were talking about doing anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
And bring Kami along so we can use our Mad Ranger powers to, get lost and or fucked by terrain.
Okay. These things would be here right now. Okay. There. Okay.
We ride.
Yep, okay, right. Are you going to avoid any swarms that attempt to pursue you? Or are you going to engage them?
Pretty sure we're technically faster than them by a large margin now.
Oh, no, I say attempt to engage.
As much as Ro would like to engage, he does acknowledge, it's been pointed out to him that engaging them here is fruitless, so only engage as required to, collect the people we're here to collect.
Okay, because some will seem to appear along with lightning strikes.
Yeah, I remember they can spawn
in your.
Yeah, I remember they had the spawn ability. No, we only engage as required by the mission objective.
Okay.
Basically, get the bodies, put them in the trunk, come back. And if we can do that while moving, even better.
I imagine we have to stop to load them.
Yeah, particularly dexterous people might be able to do it.
As I recall, the only dexterous one of us here is me, and I'm driving.
Hey, now, I picked up Operation Land Vehicles.
Yes, but
I can drive.
You can drive, but because I'm the one who cast the ritual, I get expertise in it.
Oh, that's fair. I'm only proficient. You have expertise. Also, I just find that funny. I got expertise. I got proficiency in land vehicles as a thing I picked up from leveling. Oh man, I learned the driver's ed. I can no longer be spoiled brat and be driven around everywhere. I had to go learn how to drive myself.
Yep. And if we were in any other situation, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you drive. But no, we're dodging lightning bolts and shit.
Yeah, so we'll have to stop and pick them up. Might not take very long. We still have to stop at least.
Okay.
Mind you, when we get to them, I would make an active search to make sure I find all their parts. Because their organs don't need to be attached, but they need to be there.
I imagine you need to at least put them in the right spot, even if they're not attached.
That's my point. It's like I had to put them back there.
It's like I don't think we could just leave the hand on the chest and call it.
Like I said, I need the parts.
Just pile up all the body parts in one spot and let the spell do the rest.
The spell doesn't say that's not technically impossible. Just saying. I just have to have the parts.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then, since you are driving and not engaging, there's going to be no need for Constitution rolls. So you'll roll. And this thing over here is over there.
Kami Toshikami? What?
Oh, you can see that name? You're not supposed to be able to see that name.
Is there a Kami here? Of course, you're gonna have to give us combat. Of course. Can't just come back to an area without having combat.
Didn't he just say we were coming back?
No, I was just talking about there's of course going to be people like trying to come after us.
There's going to be corruption in there. It's the Deadlands aren't called the Deadlands because they're cheery.
Yeah, I know. The text is too small.
If you click on it, it should get bigger.
Yeah, it has open. I will always be puzzled.
I always be puzzled about the human population around vehicles and unsafe philosophies.
Yes.
I'll always be puzzled by why that scene in that movie exists. We're in the 24th century. A faster light travel in flying vehicles. Why does your car have wheels?
Here's Patrick Stewart.
Why do you have a car? You have transporters.
Well, okay, I will defend this. How many times is it, there's atmospheric interference, there's chemosite, there's...
I'm just talking about that movie and that scene.
Oh, yeah, no, they can just beam shit up. But that being said...
Beamed up, beam down.
You will return to the area. That being said, I mean, there are technically walls here, so unless you can see through the ruin. Well, actually, no, I could kind of let you see through it before. No, you guys said were you actively looking as you guys approached?
That was the idea.
Okay, which I saw in the perception
We're searching
rolls?
for bodies, so we're searching for everything.
Am I able to actively look and drive?
If you're actively looking and driving, I'd increase the DC.
Alright, I will focus on the terrain then.
Okay.
Which I suppose it does involve a certain degree of actively looking, because I want to make sure I don't accidentally run over their corpse. But
That's a fair point. I will roll me a
Cam's here.
perception roll with Keegan assisting me.
Woot.
Stuff is saying that can't be a thing.
No, that's true. Well, if a wizard has a familiar, the familiar can do it all the time. So yeah, go right ahead.
Well, I mean, I can't right now because my familiar is my car. But
No. But the entire thing of like, I'm gonna have Keegan help me. It's like, yep, that's totally a thing.
that is totally a thing.
So I rolled 14 and then 20. Well, I only have a 5. Because, yay, cleric. But that's as best as I get. Yay, advantage.
Okay, 25. That is rather nice, actually.
Otherwise, it would have been like a 19.
Oh, there's one thing that's rather easy to see. Through the holes in the ruins of the walls, not perfectly obscuring it, is something you and Keegan notice.
Well then.
It is casting off a bright light and such. Rope. You'll notice that there is a bright light coming from beyond an area of ruined walls. But you're not actually seeing the creature, unlike Keegan and Ambrose, who are like looking and going, okay, I see a part of it there, I see a part of it there, okay, it's this.
Yeah, but I don't think I need to be a rocket surgeon to figure out that that's probably trouble out here.
And similarly, through gaps in the wall on the south, on the other side, now being more nicely illuminated by the fact that there is a light source here in the dimmed area, is this creature.
That's a little disconcerting.
Ah, no, the Witchblade was here.
Yeah. By the way, I was going to confirm this as a player. They are corpses. They are dead. They're considered objects. I could throw them in the bag of holding as an item interaction, yes?
They are dead and thus considered objects, yes.
Interacting with your bag of holding, however, is an action.
That's true. But,
how big's your vehicle?
It is considered a
it's huge. I was looking to do buggy and designed for. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was like a pickup area that you could just go yoink and put in the pickup area.
The vehicle I went with does not. No.
Okay.
You have to actually get out and put it in the trunk.
Okay.
so we have a whole bunch of flaming zombie things, by the way, and a Something that definitely looks corrupted, not just the undead walking on fire.
Cool.
Just to let you know, they're on this place and this place.
Guess I'll go for the cluster then.
Sure. I'll just stand on top of the den buggy and shoot the other one. Just don't go past where they're at. They're conveniently within warding bond range if I need to, within casting range of like 90% of my stuff.
So noted.
Conveniently. But if it does go that way, I will go run after you and make sure that things happen. But if you can avoid it, it makes my life easier. Let me roll my initiative. Initiative. Oh, initiative. Just Kami goes faster.
Kami always goes faster.
Since we're in the vehicle, I can't actively say I have a plus 17 since I wouldn't have the shield ready. At least until my turn.
I'm willing to bet you were not riding around with the shield in your lap.
Exactly, so I only get a plus 12. Still actually pretty high. Oh man. I will put it in the purple box for myself and Keegan.
Okay. I was trying to drop a dune buggy, but that wasn't really working.
Don't worry about it. It's an object. It's not like they can do anything to it.
Okay. Well, let me figure out you're going to engage. Okay, Kami with a 23.
Oh wait, I'm going faster than the row. Oh man.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
And you're next to me. This is amazing. I can make you deal for everything quickly.
I rolled a 2. I mean, your move is how many? 30. So,
Elemental weapon row, level 7.
flying is also 30.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so she will have to bonus action dash, which means no hunter's mark.
You think cold would... They would take bonus damage from cold, right?
Don't know. Heavy thrust!
That's fire, you would think, right?
31 to hit? Fuck.
Well, that's
31 plus 4.
18 plus 5 plus... 18 plus 5 dex plus 6 proficiency plus 2 for magic, yeah.
And then just... Wait, why are you rolling the plus? Oh wait, it's just part of it. But yeah, 31.
That's because she has the accuracy checkbox checked. And, she doesn't have those buffs. So, yeah, ignore the plus 4. But otherwise, still 31. With her heavy thrust.
And okay. I assume you ignored a 16 radiant? Wait, no, she still gets the radiant because of her sword.
I'd say her 16 radiant's her sword, then you have 48...
the 1d8 from Colossus Slayer doesn't apply.
Yeah, it does.
Wait, she gets Colossus Slayer?
I think, doesn't it? Let me double check Colossus.
I thought that required it to be a larger creature than her.
No. But I think it might have required it to be hurt first.
Okay.
It'd only be 40 damage, so it's not too big of an issue.
Kami will notice that it begins moving as her attack is stealthily incoming. She needs to roll that attack again. Disadvantage.
Okay. Where the fuck is it?
Hey,
Ah, here we go. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, if it's below hit point maximum, okay, so she does not get the the extra 8 for Colossus Slayer because it has not been damaged yet. So it's only plus 40 damage, assuming she hits.
you know how you're saying you're trying to impose disadvantage?
Yes.
I say plus in your face as no.
Oh,
it actually still says that's the case, but you can just roll an extra d20 and choose whatever one you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I will roll her disadvantage at advantage.
You can choose to have a friendly creature within range re-roll their attack and choose whichever of the d20s.
So I think we're going to choose the natural 20.
I will cost 20 mana.
So do you have to use the extra die that was rolled, or choose between
You can
them?
decide to choose which of the d20s is used.
Oh, that effectively nullifies.
Well, it's costing a mana, so.
Okay.
It cost me a reaction and mana.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, so.
There you go.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
So knock 5 off that, so that would bring it to plus 48. So 51, 71. So that's 77 damage. Combination of Radiant and Force.
Okay, grand total?
Yeah, 77,
Okay.
combination of Radiant and Force. Now, that does mean you have to cast it at 6th level or higher.
No,
You're right.
It's if I was trying to force any
Yeah,
to
yeah.
take which I wanted.
I was.
Totally worth that. I love giving that 20 to people.
It's nice. Is that it for Kami?
Yep, heavy thrust is all she got. And then she had the bonus action to get over there.
Okay, the thrust goes into it, despite the fact that it turned to face and try to evade mid strike. It did not help, as there is now this like blade going completely through it. Okay, Lane will give a coordination die to you, Ro, and a urgent aid to Umros. Urgent aid allows you to use your reaction to move up to 10 feet if you want to get some quick extra movement.
I already used my reaction.
Okay.
What, the coordination die is just basically inspiration. I can add it to whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, confirming.
Yeah, well, I posted it
Oh, you did?
there.
Okay.
I think it largely is. Okay. Kami will see that this creature would she have kept the blade inside of him?
I imagine she pulls it back so she can use it to defend herself.
Okay. Kami will see its structure begin slowly weaving together.
Oh man, I just realized this is just kind of cruel. You've been given a coordination die. I'm going to be giving you a level 7 elemental weapon. Ugh. You're going to be doing all the damage.
It will extend a hand out. The hand, the arm rather, which looks like it has some sort of like dead bark hanging from it, will flow outwards to the palm of the creature's hand. The dead bark lengthening into a gnarled, jagged looking staff.
Okay.
That, oh, it's not actually, okay, so 29, 19, and 24.
The 1 and 3 hit.
Okay. I don't know why it's not showing.
I don't think she has a reaction. Shield or anything as a reaction.
Auto roll damage and crit. I don't know why your query. Toggle. Toggle.
Yeah, she gets hit for the first one and the third one.
Okay.
It's rolling at advantage, looks like?
It was automatically doing that. I was taking the
Okay,
first number.
Okay. So yeah, 1 and 3.
Those are the attacks, so
Yeah.
be the damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
10 and 12 plus effect.
Do I attack or do I cast Shield of Faith? That is the question.
Okay. Okay, I will need 2 Constitution saving throws from Kami.
Oh, so our bless checked.
Okay, so 5 from 12. Okay.
I think she found your rolls.
I know, right? You know what? This is affected by both. I'm just gonna do plus that. Okay. Because of what she is.
Is she conveniently resistant to the effect?
Well, I don't believe so. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay. Okay, so no, she is not immune to that from what I am seeing. Okay. Her body is being ravaged by signs of accelerated aging.
Ooh, it's one of those.
She suffers a total of 12 necrotic damage and a total of 2 levels of exhaustion.
Please don't continue getting hit by that.
It will move back. She can make an opportunity strike and jump up onto the pillar here. Yes. Oh, and I believe this applies here. I think Rogue gets a point because this thing is a fallen.
Oh, shit. Awesome.
Oh, it's a fallen. Well then.
Yeah.
Hero point.
I guess we traded giant behemoth for a fallen. I don't know which one would have been better.
Personally, the behemoth, we fight Fallen all the time these days. We haven't fought the iconic behemoth.
Do note, by the way, and
I mean, mechanically speaking.
I'm only saying this now, in case I forget. In this particular case, long rest will not restore those levels of exhaustion.
Oh.
I have to cast Cure Restoration twice.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's just mean.
That's expensive, you know. That's 200 gold worth of diamond.
Welcome to high levels.
Okay, Amoros.
I just can't make up my mind between shooting it or casting another spell. Eh, fuck it, I'll shoot it, because I like this 20 I
It's a
rolled.
real initiative every turn.
Yeah.
Apparently I just... Let me fix this. That. She should play this now? Yeah. I'm gonna shoot it. Have 7d10 gold damage row.
7d10?
Yeah.
Okay, which critter are you attacking?
I'm attacking the fallen.
Okay.
With a crit.
Oh. Okay, yeah, then I don't need to do anything about cover. Okay. And the 14 is including your crit?
Yep, it's already the 2d12. 1d10 became 2d10.
Okay, what's the damage type?
It is just magical. I think piercing technically.
Okay.
Your
It's
gun?
just a normal one. Yeah, it's just a normal gun.
So yeah, piercing.
That's +1.
Oh, keep in mind the Goliath encampment did have 2 magical firearms.
It did.
Ooh,
But they were out of
I'll
bullets,
have to-
because I bought all the bullets.
Why?
Because I figured we could use them. I got a bunch of +2 bullets that I would give to Thomas when he comes back, and I got a bunch of +1 bullets I can use in the gunblade. Unless
Here
you,
I am just being a normal mundane with just a +1 lever action.
well, I mean, that's the thing. You don't need magic bullets because you have a +1 rifle.
That's true.
The +1 bullets would have been wasted in the +1 rifle. If you want to dip into the +2 bullets, we can. I'm just, the +1 bullets are useless to you.
Oh, so you bought all of the stacks?
Yes.
Okay. Damn, you got some money.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Yeah, all of us had a lot of money. I just happened to lose most of my money at the beginning because I had to go buy something to make a unwieldy sword be something I can use all the time.
So yeah, we got plenty of magical bullets for the dudes who use guns.
They're just less useful for me because I have an inherently magical rifle.
And he has an inherently magical pistol, which is why the +2 bullets are the only ones useful to you guys. You two will have to figure that out.
I'm fine just using this lever action because I normally just cast an elemental weapon on it.
Yeah.
But that is my turn. I'm just going to shoot it, and I am going to tap Rose's weapon, his signature gunblade, and it becomes covered in frost. So he can go have his fun, while I stand up on top of the buggy, like a proper Mad Max character.
Ruxin will call out. And what's your movement? There's your movement. Okay, before she begins moving, because she's going to be moving,
Because you like to put out fires, Crow. If you don't want to do that, I mean, there's still the
No.
the very annoying Fallen.
We're good. I'll go save Connie in a minute.
okay.
Yeah, I'll keep her from dying at least. At the least. I might have to go chase after her to make sure she doesn't actually die.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
For the glory of our comrades, and sorry, and the glory of Halal. With that, because you guys are so close, while you may not believe in her particular deity, there is a invigoration to the declaration that will grant everyone in that vehicle over there advantage on your attack rolls until the beginning of Roxanne's next turn.
Cool. Also, oh wait, corrupted aren't undead technically, so
It depends on the type of corrupted.
yeah.
That's
I wish
corrupted
my
is a
turn undead could be
descriptor,
useful.
not a monster type.
Yeah, I kind of wish turn undead were useful, but at the same time, I do not want to do undead all the time.
Okay, roll.
Oh look, I have a reaction again.
Runny.
Is your running technically driving the vehicle?
No, he's hopping out and running over, drawing his gunblade as he's running, popping Hunter's Mark.
Are you on top of the wall?
He's jumping up onto the wall.
Okay. I would say, can you get to the wall if you have gravity stuff?
I don't have it on at the moment, but my jump by default is... My high jump is... We had a running start, so 30.
Is your high jump?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's plenty.
Wait, that's your high jump? Damn.
No, I'm sorry, that's if I fired the gunblade. It's 10 by default.
10 is enough, because it was 10 feet high.
Okay. Blowing some blowing some bullets.
Okay. Okay, this looks like, now you're up close to it, it looks like a perpetually burning body. Because you can see past the flames to a burnt body underneath.
Okay.
From non-magical weapons, of course. Okay.
This is a magical weapon. And I'm going to use that coordination die I was given to make him roll disadd on the con save.
Okay. Okay, 8 and disadvantage on both or just one?
Just the first one.
Okay, 8 and 19. Okay, failed both. Okay, is all of that cold? Yeah, 7. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, downside, the burning body is rather,
Resistant to cold, I'm guessing.
is rather fierce in heat. Oh, that does not count. Okay. Did you just one-hit this thing?
I hope so, as a group of 6.
Do what now?
I think I just one hit killed it.
Shink! And, the, screen goes black as your slash line goes through.
Well, that's 240.
You're welcome.
It was vulnerable to cold, by the way.
Oh, I thought it would have been resistant to cold being on fire.
Normally it's the resistance to what they are made of.
Damage, vulnerability, cold.
Haha!
Had a couple of neat things it could do, but now it can't. Because it's gone.
I made the right choice! I think it's on fire. Normally you put out fire by making things cold or suffocating it.
For what it's
We're gonna
worth,
try cold.
if it wasn't for the vulnerability, it would still be alive.
I'm happy. I made a decision on pure instinct and it was right.
Okay, after your turn, Ruxin will, seemingly with a burst of speed, move out of turn. Taking up a defensive posture around embodies. Okay.
Of course, the fallen had to fall back. I'm gonna have to move. Ugh, dang. By the way, bro, can Rizar drive herself?
I think so?
Yeah.
Can you tell her to move forward, like 30 feet?
The spell as written, no, she can't because it's just a vehicle. But the spell as written also doesn't have the familiar become the vehicle. That's just something we fluffed. So have to be a GM call.
Please say it. Say it. I want to be on an escalator as cleric of a gun.
You know what? I will allow it with the caveat of it taking a reaction to represent a minute amount of energy to use, I guess, the autopilot.
Well, it was his turn, so at least it wouldn't cost a reaction. Well,
it's a reaction. He's saying it's a reaction to give her the command, basically.
Ah. Then don't worry about it. I will not be a lazy. I will not be a lazy cleric. So yes, what is Zasha going to do?
Zasha's
Little Kit Kat.
going to hop off, drawing a blade. The blade is, of course, going to be one of his short swords, but you will see a flash of arcing energy surge through the short sword, solidifying into a white blade extension, causing his short sword to now have a reach of 10.
Holy shit!
So plus 5 feet.
Yeah.
And there'll be like electricity arcing from the handle along the blade, maintaining the solid bit of lightning.
He picked up some new tricks.
Yep. Wait, with
Cool.
what you are, can you bonus action that? No, you don't have cunning abilities, so you can't do that. Okay, so you're just on your way. Okay. New initiatives.
Already in.
I would roll for that thing, but it's
My
dead.
initiative is the same. My AC is horrible. Actually, it's not. It's not horrible, but it's horrible for me. It's even worse for poor Keegan.
Okay. There'll be flashes of purple lightning on the other side of the map and slightly out of bounds of the map. Given all the blocking stuff, I don't think you guys have clear line of sight.
Okay.
I probably would when I'm standing on top of the buggy.
I'm not sure if you could see past this statue. Well, you're tall, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Not as tall as an all-raw, but I'm pretty tall.
Okay. You will see. This is actually past this point on the map. It's only so I can show you the image. About so far, 20 of these appear from the flashes of lightning. Again, it's off map on the far end.
Oh, by the way, there's a horde of bone dogs. You might want to pick up the pace.
Going as fast as I can.
They're only now spawning, so they might not be immediately interested.
Last time they weren't interested in us until we started messing with the ritual area.
I'm just saying, it could be an issue within the next 18 seconds.
Okay, Kami again. Okay. Go ahead, Kami.
Hovering her a couple feet off the ground as she flies towards the thing to give it another stab.
Okay. It's 10 feet in the air because it's on top of the column, but she can handle that just fine.
Yep.
Is that including the exhaustion levels?
Speed half, yeah, she's still good.
Oh, I thought level 2 attacks were affected. Okay.
No, disadvantage ability and speed halved.
Okay.
Oh, really? It's only at level 3 that attacks get messed up? Damn.
No, right, I gotta roll that at disadvantage, don't I? Yes.
Or
is that just that time?
It was that it utilized a reaction to invoke it. So you roll 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does it look like it would?
It brings up its death bark staff to parry.
Okay.
It's not worth it. I'll save it for Ro. Make sure Ro can murder him.
The energy just sparks along the along the staff. Its head is actually looking in your direction, Ro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it wasn't even looking when it made the parry. So,
Okay. That's it for her.
It sees you as the threat.
Actually, she's going to use her bonus action.
Disengage?
No, I don't think she can do that as a ranger, but no, she's going to use her bonus action to enhance her ability to hit.
Oh, that might have actually made it where she can hit with the 17.
No, too late now.
Dang.
okay. Between turns, Roxanne is going to advance to here.
I am terrified of the fact that they have legendary actions, because that means they were technically meant to fight us at one point.
Roxanne does in fact have legendaries. She is she was raised in the Deathlands.
She was meant to fight us at one point. The only things that have legendaries are potential enemies.
Okay,
Okay, snaps his fingers. leaps into the air.
Oh, a body is next to you, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just... Okay.
And floaty over here.
Oh, shit. That's far.
30 feet.
Okay.
Ah!
Mind you, you don't have that set. Wait, no, it's not my turn yet. You still have it.
Fuck.
That first hit's a critical. That's why.
I just realized. I was going to make sure I read this and double check, but elemental weapon. All of its damage is chosen type. Range weapons bestowed as property to ammunition. It's for 1 round. So would he still be affected by it since it lasts for a round?
We're currently on round 2. What?
I know that we're on round 2, but what I'm asking is it based on, has it been around for my action?
Usually when they say around, if it's if it says around, that probably means that it would last until your next turn.
That's, I'll say the start of your next turn.
Yeah. As they would
And you used to have an additional 70-10.
I factored that in there because I didn't know there was a time limit.
Yeah, there's a time limit of 1 round.
Okay, yeah, that 70d10 is in there already.
Okay.
What damage has you got?
Sure.
We have force right here.
Force and cold.
And cold. Holy fuck.
Again, that first one's a crit. That's why that's so.
Holy fuck.
Beware the Aurora's Row opener move.
It will use its reaction to grant itself an advantage on the saving throw. Its reaction is just called avoid danger.
Let's see what it rolls. Let's go.
Okay, he rolled a 23.
Guess what? Well, roll both of them. I want to decide which one I want to say no to.
Can you do that?
Let's see fate. Level 6.
That's AV. I guess that's 6 level.
Well, he says, you said which one you want to do. Wouldn't it be I roll this, you decide, then I roll the other one, and then you decide?
True. Which one do you want to have him fail? More specifically.
Well, obviously we want him to fail against the big one.
Is the first one for the big one or a small one?
The first one's for the big one. Because I do it...
It takes that 10.
Okay, he takes that 10.
I'm going to subtract the mana.
Okay.
That's going to be 6 mana.
He will use another reaction. Yes, it has multiple reactions.
Son of a bitch!
To advantage.
Around the first one, at least.
Okay, so it would have been 18, which fails regardless. Wow, okay. I just can't have things stay around. Let's see how this goes. Plus 123.
As I blame the guy who gave me elemental weapon.
Plus that. Oh, there needs to be a third con roll in here because
the third attack, yeah.
But the answer is no, because it is you completely overpowered its regeneration and its hit points.
Oops.
It is a frozen block of ice.
Do 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 do.
No, don't get ahead of yourself.
That's great.
Don't get ahead of yourself, because I had a contingency in case people blitz through shit.
He rolled a critical. Can't expect that.
Actually, why am I making a noise? I already established that there's lightning with no thunder.
Yeah.
There is a flash of purple-white light here as a bolt goes.
Here? I don't see where here is.
Rock face built to the south of us.
Okay.
Right here. And emerging from the flash.
It's back!
The behemoth's back. So, do you want to fight the behemoth? I kind of want to fight the behemoth.
I want to fight the behemoth, and we have to fight the behemoth to get, to generate enough time for the bodies to get collected.
It will let out a mighty roar as I give the option of, do we want to finish this round to give the behemoth some time, or end on this soon?
I think we should end on that entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, we can end on the entrance. But worth it.
Yeah.
I just find it hilarious. Like, you know what? It's going to help you clear out the minions, and then we'll have a couple rounds with the Fallen.
I'm serious, guys. The behemoth concerns me. Even for you, Armoros.
Yeah, I remember it hit like a truck.
Its 2-hit is also like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
No, let me
I
rephrase that.
mean-
It hits like... It's a hit is as unerring as an isekai bus.
Oh lord, I know what you're referencing already. Just know.
Well, this is why we got the big spells, right?
Well, it just means I have to go rush over to you guys to make sure you don't die.
Hmm.
Well, let me rephrase that. More specifically, I need to make sure Zasha doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kami can take a hit. And I know you can fix Kami.
In setting, Behemoth is normal creature, or...
We just watched this spawn with lightning.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything here.
It usually is just an incredibly powerful natural creature. This one, however, is corrupted.
Okay, so it's a corrupted Behemoth.
Then it becomes a cause for concern.
Yeah, because God hates you.
Or a god hates you. I mean, we could just tell the Goliath to collect the corpses, and we just hold on for dear life.
She's fine with collecting corpses. She was moving to like be defensive in case the corrupted, because she didn't realize it was a fallen thing, was going to do something to her down buddies. 123 cold damage.
Well, that's the thing. It's add 7d10 and then convert all damage.
Yep, it's nice. What I like about the creature though is just, I think it's kind of frightening that it can inflict exhaustion with some of its attacks.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that he crit.
Oh yeah.
Then I don't have to worry about Kami having 4 levels of exhaustion.
No, I was actually, since it's it, I can tell you, I was actually going to have it cast Time Stop.
And then basically cause multiple rounds worth of exhaustion on people.
Well, if it attacks, the time stop ends, so it can't do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the good old classic thing where you can do stuff with impunity. However, it would be able to do things concerning itself.
Basically reset it back to full health and everything.
Not quite that bad.
I mean, it was only 2 rounds. It wouldn't have been that bad.
But there was a couple things. There was a couple things it could have done, especially including moving to a completely different tactically advantageous area. So,
I just can't get over the fact that it's like, bro, let's do our classic opener. Oh look, everything's dead. Because our classic opener normally just kills the minions, so we can fight the boss.
and yeah, you cleared out the minions of this area, and the boss, the behemoth, has appeared.
Yeah.
But Fallen shouldn't be minions.
Fallen can be minions when the thing that's there that's stronger than them is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we've gotten to the point in the campaign where, for example, it's possible that the Fallen are minions, and then there'll be some fucker in a black robe that obviously is the boss.
Yeah.
Because now that we're actually dealing with the beginning, the cult, and the crystals and stuff.
Yeah, because I know I introduced information about the black robes earlier in the Temple of Hermes. I think I mentioned a couple other times, and then when Thomas was captured, the person that was draining his blood was a black-robed individual. Oh no, before that, that other aura, that crazy aura, was a black robe.
So yeah, we've seen several at this point in some form or another.
Yeah, and so far your encounter with them has shown that they at least have enough power to be a pain.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the most dangerous thing about them is the fact that they can they can control the Fallen and Corrupted to cause problems.
Well, keep in mind, in terms of the Fallen, I still have powerful Fallen that are on your guys' level in my repertoire.
Oh yeah.
So
and more are added all the time because more books keep coming out with weird shit in it.
Yeah.
I still can't get over the fact it's like, Bro, let's do the opener. The opener. Everything's dead. Is that it?
That was what? That was actually less than 6. That was like at 9. That was like 9 seconds.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
because we did get into round 2.
We got in the beginning of round 2.
Yeah, see, man, you guys are powerful, and the bad guys, since you're in disc 2, will start to keep up.
Not that powerful. I'm basically near the plateau until I get 2 more levels of Dragon Fighter. Draco Knight, sorry.
Oh,
because I want Keegan to be large. Damn it.
Well, you also have extra levels that are attainable in your ascension state.
Well, that's not wrong, but
did you see that they had the manual of exercise? So your strength, if you get that, your strength could exceed 20.
Huh.
Yeah, those Goliaths have some good stuff.
Yeah, they have the book that lets you get the max strength of 22.
Because I actually ended up deciding that I'm not going to keep the Predator speed. So, that's feet. I'm going to do something. Because I did denote that I'm probably not going to keep this, and I just had to think about it. Because I don't know if I really want a 5-foot speed increase over a feat. Because I'm a war priest in a plate mail. Going 35 isn't exactly useful.
Well, I mean, it has uses of keeping us all in healing range and buff range, but yeah, there are other things that you could probably do that are more useful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting. I need to look at the list properly. They are in the journal, right?
No, he'd have to take us back to the town, and then you can look at the shops.
I can do that if you for the purposes of you looking at stuff.
You just want to make it available in the journal because I know they're journal objects.
Oh, actually, I take it back. You should be able to. Actually, if you go under camping, there should be a shop.
Oh, is that where you put it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, like they're tokens, and the fact that you can double click on them is a journal entry. So if they were made available to us, we should be able to see them from there.
Yeah. According to this, it's in your journals and can be edited and controlled.
Okay.
So, yep. Shop 1, 2, shop 4 is invisible because it's empty. There weren't 4 shops there. So.
Oh, cool. There you go.
I will have to denote that as something I need to look into.
And then we'll just have to take a week, which will probably be our travel time to the next whatever.
Yeah.
So by the time we get to the next crystal, you can have a strength of 22.
Yep.
Yes! That's going to be terrifying. I have exceeded mortal limits. Though I don't know if I can really say I've exceeded the limits of my mortal coil when apparently I'm something more. Isn't that right, dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of the point anyways. I'm literally Asmar. I am literally known to be half celestial.
Wait a second. How does this have less to hit?
Yes.
Ancient.
I can be the tank. I wish there was a skill for taunting. Like some kind of feat that just says automatic taunt.
That does have utility
something.
abilities, though. Okay.
There's not an automatic. It is under the. I think it's in the expanded combat maneuvers, though.
Because I would totally taunt it and go, face me with my over 30 AC. I dare you. I will find an excuse to suplex the behemoth.
Ugh! Did you suplex a train?
I can't suplex a train, but I sure as hell can. Well, it won't be a suplex. It will be literally shield block, stab with the huge sword, grab the sword with both hands, throw the behemoth in an overhand, so it goes flying off the sword. That's what would happen. I'm calling it now. But damn, I honestly forgot how stupid giving you an extra 70 the damage could be. Because normally it never does this. Normally it's like, here, have a normal mediocre roll. This time it's just like, nah, I got you, here, have everything.
Sometimes the dice just decide whatever it was has to go in favor of the more interesting thing.
Yeah.
We said we wanted the behemoth. It's not the behemoth, it must go.
Yep, the behemoth, while forced to flee before, has returned.
I get my rematch.
I'm so concerned for poor Zasha. I expect Zasha to be one hit killed.
I don't think he'd be one hit killed based on how hard it hit me, but...
How much did it hit you for when it hit you?
Like 50, 60?
I was remembering 70-something, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, it might have been 70, and a little over 70.
Yeah.
All I know is I have 60 mana. I will make use of it very well.
I actually need to give Zasha more HP based off of the class levels and stuff he's obtained. So.
Well, hopefully I'll remember to do that before next session.
Squishy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Please make him not squishy.
Because it's like Zasha has gone through a montage, so.
He's been going through montages since we found him.
Well, he went off with
Kami.
He went off with Kami, so.
Oh man, you realize something I could have done? Well, I didn't have haste. It would have been the improved haste, I recall. But I could have given you bonus action elemental weapon, bonus action holy weapon, and go, here you go. Ugh, that's a terrifying combination.
Oh, just a matter of curiosity. The Toshigami came from the Asian monster book.
I didn't even know what the name meant. I just saw Kami, Toshigami. So like,
Yeah.
Hold up, Kami became a fallen. What?
Yeah, that as far as the Asian book is concerned, you guys just fought a Kami.
Cool.
Ah, oh, that's right. Kami is a type of creature.
Yep.
I can't remember what it is off the top of my head though. Also, I just started something really weird, and it's not going to come up for a while. But anti-magic. Don't you know what it does to corrupted or fallen? Because they're technically beings of the mist.
What, the Fallen? No, the Fallen are beings of chaos.
Well, they're beings of chaos, which they're inherently magical. Yeah.
No, it's just it's how we describe how creatures like aberrations and stuff exist in the setting.
Okay. I was just wondering because literally at a higher level I have 10 feet of me is anti-magic. Just suck it.
From an in-world standpoint, they seem to be almost like an anathema to the rules of the world.
Okay. So anti-magic would affect them and they couldn't do certain things.
Yeah.
But
Maybe. I don't think anyone's tried throwing Nephesite at them.
Well, high-level clerics don't need Nephesite to do it. We just say, screw you.
Or for real.
You get within 10 feet of me. I can turn it off.
And there are certain parts of the world where magic just doesn't work, so I'm pretty sure that, falls have been observed in those areas.
That's true. In which case, I would actually need a Arcana roll to get more detail. So I will say, in general, it has been observed that Nephesite does affect some fallen power sets as a general observation. Again, if you want more detail, you need to make a roll.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm not the person who knows Arcana. That'd be Ro.
No, Ro doesn't know Arcana.
Oh.
That was Greg's thing.
That was Nico's. Oh, damn.
Cat or Keisha can roll.
Well, yeah.
I wanted to give this to you as well, because I was thinking of just not shooting and casting Stone Skin. But I don't think it's going to matter.
No, Stone
Because
Skin I don't
it's
think will matter here.
non-magical.
Because the behemoth was throwing elemental damage when I fought it earlier.
Ooh. Ugh. But the reason why I was thinking of giving you Stone Skin on top of giving you the elemental damage is the fact that it gives you resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yeah, I don't think that would help here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because normally we fight things that just are inherently magical and say fuck you. By the way, because I completely forgot this, and I just remembered it after going through my sheet, Heavy Armor Mastery says I take just a solid DR3 to everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. It's only non-magical, though, so...
Well, if anyone punches you, if they're not a monk, then generally they'd be doing 0 damage.
So...
And I do think that's too bad, because a lot of things say non-magical only, and I'm like, but everything gets to be magical after a point almost, so...
So, I do have an interesting question for you.
Yep.
I've been debating on which feat to take in place of the Predator Speed.
Hmm?
Part of me is thinking of causing the I Can't Die loop of the Bonded series of approved feats. Because you know how I think it's Bond of Spirit?
Yeah, Bond of Spirit allows it to hold on to your soul for you.
Yeah. Well, as a companion, hold on to your soul. But here comes the weird part. Because my companion can't die because of the way that it works for Draco Knight, but I can. Yeah, but if I die, he holds my spirit. If it dies, it just doesn't die technically. It kind of put me in a weird limbo where, yeah, I just be in a weird limbo state. Where I'm not
I
dead,
like
but I don't
limbo
have a body.
states.
Actually, that's a very good question. If it can hold my spirit, I can technically still affect things. I just don't have a body. Does that mean I could just cast magic and just be like LOL?
The implication seems to be that you would be in a state of incapacitation if you're just a soul being contained by your companion. At least that's my interpretation of what it implies.
Which is fair. I was just kind of curious about that because it's like it just says like, hey, your soul doesn't go. Your body just needs to be brought back to 0.
Yeah.
Well, be brought back to 1. It doesn't matter what state it's in, but you're not going to have to deal with resurrection spells.
Yeah. So it sounds like then you wouldn't. Keegan would be, but considering what Keegan is, that makes extra sense that he could potentially do that. That does mean, however, that you wouldn't necessarily miss. So I couldn't necessarily do regular Spirit Realm shit with you. I could do other shit though. Given again what Keegan is and everything. So that'd be fun.
Oh, no.
That'd be fun.
Oh no. I don't want to give you more excuses to just force my plot forward.
Oh no, feel free. Go into a limbo state. It'll give me a excuse to divulge certain information concerning your plot.
Sure.
No, I don't want to die now, guys.
Sure, I will commit to the heroic sacrifice. I will commit to the bit.
I mean, I have other ways to get the information too. I'm just saying, it's like, I could do it that way too.
I will commit. I'm so close to saying, fuck it, I'll commit to the bit. Let's just speed up my plot. See where this goes.
Generally, everyone will have a point in time to where they will have clearly a character storyline plot that you can ignore. It just means you wouldn't get certain things.
I'm still waiting for how you're going to call in what my things are. Because I have a higher calling to the Temple of Bahamut. I have allegiance to a Dragon Rider guild. I'm charismatic, straight arrow, and fame. Half of those requires planning. So I'm just like,
Well, if you go,
What-
if when, okay, when you guys go to the Callous Isles,
oh no.
I do
I'm gonna
believe the
become a
Dragon Rider
celebrity.
Guild is there.
You're not wrong, but I just realized if we go to one of two places, if we go to one of two areas, the Callous Isles or the Republic of Umbra, I'm basically a walking celebrity.
More so in Umbra, but yes.
Oh man. I'm a walking minefield for people who do not want to be known. It's like, hey guys, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm technically nobility, and people know that. And you guys know I'm a cleric, but by the way, I'm also part of this guild of dragon riders over here. So yeah, things might get interesting for us. That'd be an awkward conversation to have.
And on that note,
This passive perception insane.
we're gonna let you go.
Alright, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, you
By
too.
the way, I did confirm that he has it. He's just looking at it and thinking on it. So you might. I expect that you would probably hear something next week. It would be my guess.
Okay.
Because when I